It's Christmas here at the Family Enrichment Hub, and I have the honor to welcome you to our series on dating and courtship. Stella Sano Bokelo is my name. I want to be speaking today about the importance of beliefs, values, and standards when selecting a life partner. I want to start us off with a true life story. A lady shared with me her experience while she was dating a certain gentleman. Along the journey of their courtship, this gentleman put her in a very difficult position where he actually wanted to sleep with her. And unfortunately, he did not even want to go for an HIV test. And so, friends, the lady said that was the basis upon which she bolted out of that relationship, because this man was going against a set standard for herself. Another lady also, a young lady, recently shared her experience. She said she was in a relationship with another young gentleman, and along their journey of courting, the gentleman also wanted to sleep with her. And to make it worse, he wanted to change her from her beliefs, from her faith, and turn and indeed tilt towards his own faith. And she said that was the very basis upon which she made a decision to walk away from this relationship. Friends, Michelle Obama tells us that do not allow to lower your standards. Do not compromise your values and your beliefs for other people, because when you do, they will load you with all their baggage. My personal favorite again, Kingsley Okonkwo, goes further to tell us, do not date and court without standards. Why? Because standards help you to make better decisions. Standards give you peace of mind. And he paints a very beautiful picture when he brings an example of the banks. He says when you go to the bank and you want a loan, the bank is not going to give you money basing on your pain, your feelings, and your circumstances. No, they will give you money basing on the standards that they have set for themselves. For instance, a bank will want to know, do you have an account with them? They'll want to understand, how long have you held this account with them? They'll want to know, do you have a salary or a source of income that is regularly coming through the bank account? Friends, that is the basis upon which the banks take a decision on whether to give you a loan or otherwise. And so, by the time a bank can take it so seriously, not to just give anybody their money, not to just sign up any client, how much more critical is it for those of us in the dating and courtship journey to pay attention to standards? Standards protect us. Standards help us to make decisions concerning life partners. All right. Funke Felix Adejimo takes it a notch higher. She is more bold when she says, when you are selecting a partner, marry your own kind. And she says your own kind is the person who shares your values, your beliefs, and your standards. She goes further to say, do not just marry anyone. Marry somebody who believes what you believe. Friends, on that note, I also want to help us just to give a perspective to what exactly are beliefs, what are values, and what are standards. And I want to read us something from a psychologist, Dr. Joe Beam. And he says, whoever and whatever is most important to you has a strong influence over what you believe. And what you believe determines what you value. He goes further to say, beliefs are things you hold to be true, while values is how you believe you should live your life. Beliefs and values is the core of who you are as an individual. He goes further to tell us, if as potential partners, your beliefs and values are so wide apart, you better rethink this relationship. Friends, standards will help you in selecting a life partner. All right. I also want us to understand, for instance, if one person believes in God, your belief in God will determine your value system. For instance, some of your value systems will be, I believe in one man, one woman. Your value system will be, I believe in faithfulness in a marital relationship. Why? Because it is coming from your core belief system, and your core belief system determines your value system. And from your values, you'll be able to set your standards. So in that direction, for someone who believes in God and believes in faithfulness and one man, one woman, will not settle for a polygamous relationship. That is already a standard for you, basing on your belief system. Friends, I also want to help us appreciate that when you're in the journey of dating and courtship, everyone must have a list of non-negotiables that should not be compromised. Everybody must have that list where I will not go below on these values that I have set for myself. And on that note, I want to share my personal ones during the journey of my dating and courtship. I told myself, the person whom I am going to settle with, he better share my faith, because my faith is so important to me. I want to grow in my faith. I want to grow spiritually. And so it was important for me to select a partner who is going to support me on this journey of my faith. Another one that I set as a non-negotiable for me was I have to get a man who does not do alcohol. He does not smoke, and he does not abuse drugs in any way. That was another non-negotiable for me, friends. Another one that I set for myself, like I mentioned last week in the video on self-esteem, anybody who puts you in a place where you have to struggle, you have to compete with other ladies for his attention, for his love, that one is just a non-negotiable for me. I cannot be caught with a gentleman who plays polygamous, a gentleman who is playing so many girls, a man who is committing himself to so many people. That one was just another non-negotiable for me. And then another one which I set for myself as a standard, I told myself, I do not want to settle with somebody who has any violence tendencies, where violence speaks to physical violence, to verbal violence, to emotional violence. That was just a non-negotiable for me. I was not going to settle for a relationship where we're going to be in and out of fist fights. That was just a total no for me. And so, friends, another one that I set for myself was anybody who has any tendencies, who has any leaning towards witchcraft practices, was just a non-negotiable for me. Why? Because as per my faith, I am bowing before the living God. Now, how am I going to reconcile with somebody who is bowing before an anthill, bowing before lizards, bowing before caterpillars? How are we going to reconcile these totally different belief systems? And so for me, that was another aspect where I said, in case I detect any tendency of this person has anything to do with witchcraft, that would be the end of that relationship. And so, friends, that was the standard for me. It helped me in order to finally zero down on my husband, because he was the one person who indeed met the full standards that I had set for myself, the non-negotiables that I set for myself. And so I ask, what are your own standards? What have you set out for yourself? Your standards had better not be tall, dark, and handsome. I hear girls talk these things a lot. That is a changing standard. And then I also hear those who say, I need somebody who has money. Money is a temporal thing, because today it will be there and tomorrow it is not there. But standards remain with you. Values and beliefs remain with you, because you're not going to say, this season I believe in God, the next season I don't believe in God. This season I believe in faithfulness, the next season I do not. A value, a belief, and a standard for you, it cuts across, it is in and out of season. And so you better select somebody basing on the standards that they truly uphold as dear for them. Friends, as I conclude, in the dating and courtship journey, I would relate it to university entrance, where before you are signed up for a certain course, you must have met the minimum requirements. You must have had the essential subjects right before you're qualified for a particular course. For instance, for somebody who wants to do engineering, the basic will be, he better have his scores right in the physics and mathematics. For somebody who wants to do accounting, the consideration will be high scores in the economics and the mathematics. And similarly, for somebody who wants to do bachelor in industrial and fine art, your points in the fine art had better be high, because nobody is going to admit you for BIFA if you have not done fine art as an essential subject in your A level. Friends, when it comes to dating and courtship, the principle is closely related to that. The beliefs, the values, and the standards of the partner that you are going to settle down with are the key ingredients to help you select a partner who is going to be a right fit for you, friends. And like they said, if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for everything. Marry right, and you will have a beautiful journey, a fulfilled marital life together. Thank you, friends, for listening in. Thank you for loving the hub. Thank you for promoting our channel. Truly, I believe this is how we are going to grow and indeed transform our society through the family. Have a very Merry Christmas. God bless you. Bye.